from the very beginning. I was in Springfield before I ever even knew I was going to run for office, and it was people in Springfield saying, "Do this, kiddo, and we'll have your back." That's what people in Springfield. The night of the convention, and boy, was that fun. We had a good time. A lot of heavy drinking, but that wasn't me. Not me. I mean, that was colored water. So good to be in Springfield for what turned out to be the final debate of the series, the third out of four. But you were here, and it was wonderful, and then so good to be in Springfield. Many visits in between, but I think of the highlights in particular. To be here with John Lewis just a couple of days ago. This is literally the very first time I've gotten out, been able to stand up in public, and to say to the people who got out and worked on this campaign, thank you, and I'm so glad to start that in Springfield. Success has many mothers, and remember that, and part of that is to say, I really want to start by thanking John Olver for all that he did from very I also have to say to Richie Neal, you've been an incredible partner from the very beginning, helping me learn the ropes. All right. And I want to say to Mayor Sarno and his team all throughout Springfield, all that you've done, I am very grateful, and I'm very grateful for your endorsement. It really meant a lot. People who were in this before there was a this to be in, Ray and Donna and Denise have just been amazing. And to all of our electeds who are here, I am grateful to all of you. You've marched in parades and given me good advice and stood with me. And I am very grateful. Working here in Springfield. So hold your applause, but I want to say them because they have a right to have their names heard. I want to be the one to say their names. So Jerry Thompson, amazing work. He was the one. We're going to hold the applause, but I have very special here. Brian Bass, Matt Finlan, Margaret Boyle, Liz Quigley, Dan Johnson, Owen Hooks Davis, Matt Bronick-House, oops, I'm not going to say that right. Bonacorsi, right? I did get it. Kit Loud, Ariel Vega, Everett Handford, Asia Ortiz, Deslin Gladden, Sam King, every one of you. You were out there and you made this happen. Do you realize that in the last 4 days before this election, so we're not counting lots of repeats in here, the last 4 days before this election, collectively, the volunteers across Massachusetts knocked on 600,000. On election day, 20,000 people showed up to help make this happen. volunteers in those last 4 days who knocked on more than 43,000 doors. I mean, these are just amazing.
A lot of doors.